All right, so let's move to football, y'all. And this will be our last topic, but I think this is a good topic because Cam Newton is making his rounds around social media, and everybody's talking about what he said because they asked him, "Would you trade your MVP for a Super Bowl?" And he said, "Hell nah." This is how he explained it.
Cam Newton has done it once again. He's spoke his piece, and I agree with what he's saying, and it wasn't necessarily received the right way by a lot of people. It's created a lot of interesting feedback and comments over it. But here's what Cam Newton had to say about would he trade the MVP award for a Super Bowl.
I ask you, Cam, if you could give back that league MVP for a Super Bowl championship, would you do it?
Nope.
Oh.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
What's more important, impact or championships? If we're being honest, the impact of you holding yourself accountable to say everybody has a responsibility to do. And you could say as an MVP award winner or an All-American, you've held yourself or you've held your end of the bargain down. And that's what it really comes down to for me. I know that's not the popular pick. I'm trying to be popularized. But my take is I'm taking individual success because I did my job.
I'll say this. While I would trade in an individual award to be a champion, I don't disagree with him. I do not disagree because you got to bring your best you in order to be the best we. If you're not putting your best foot forward, if I can say I was the best player in the league and I was voted that, then you can't say we didn't win a Super Bowl because, well, I did something I shouldn't have done. I'm the most valuable player in the league.
He could have got down there and dove for the football, but he said he made a business decision.
He didn't die for the football, Plexico.
Right. Okay, he made a business decision. So when you talk about when you're talking about he wouldn't trade an MVP for a team trophy, he said he's gonna take the individual award because he did his part of the bargain. So did his teammates go out every Sunday and not do their part of the bargain to help lift him to win an MVP? Because if they weren't out there on Thursdays, Sundays, Saturday, Monday nights, whenever they was playing, if his teammates weren't at their best, given all that they have, then he wouldn't be an MVP.
Hey, man, how y'all see it, man? I think that's at first I would think that's not a tough decision to make, but now that you kind of hear it, like, do Cam got a point? Like, how y'all see that?
That's why Cam ain't got no job.
Cam got a point, yo. He got a point.
He always crying about how I'm not in the league and I'm better than some quarterbacks. That's why he ain't got no job.
He got a point. It ain't a very good one.
He has one at least.
I would definitely, me personally, I would say, keep my MVP. But I've always been about individual success, and that's why I didn't play a team sport. That's why I chose to focus all my energy on wrestling because, hey, it's just me. I did what I did, win, lose, or draw. I don't have to depend on nobody else not doing what they're supposed to or doing what they're supposed to in order to reach my success or my talent level. So I get it in that sense, but come on, man. Like, you still ain't media trained. Like, dude, they was going to put the rocket on your back. They was gonna put that rocket on your back. You wouldn't even do the interview after y'all lost that Super Bowl. And here it is, man. You still ain't learned. That man ain't gonna be on ESPN for long. And I love Cam Newton. I like listen. You know what I'm saying? I love Cam Newton, but come on, man. Like, I don't think you're wrong. WWE, hell no. No, I ain't wrestling no WWE.
Yeah, he did.
I'm on the yeah, I was Booker T.
Yeah.
I already knew where you was going, so I already knew
you took my stole my thunder.
Listen though, listen. The way he was trying to describe it. All right, so all right, let's break it down. There's only one MVP every year. There's only one team that wins the Super Bowl every year. So they're both prestigious, right? winning the Super Bowl is the reason why you play. You play to win. You play to go all the way, right? So that's the ultimate goal. So I think on the surface, the best answer, I'm not necessarily the right answer, but the best answer should be the whole purpose of you playing is to win. So you should want that Super Bowl ring. But I think what Cam is trying to say is that winning an MVP says that you individually done something at such a high level, right?
Nobody else did it better than you.
How many players on the field, Mel? 1 or 11?
Right. I was thinking the same thing.
But hold on. So
you individually depending on your team.
I think if they would have asked him, I think his answer might have been different if they'd have asked him, would he prefer to win a Super Bowl or MVP? They asked him, would he trade an MVP that he actually won? That's a whole different conversation.
Right.
It is.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure if they asked him, would he rather have an MVP? I mean, would he rather win an MVP or Super Bowl? He would have said Super Bowl. But
so, okay, let's put it this way: what based on Cam's career now, Britne, with his MVP, his undefeated season or 1-loss season, and a loss in the Super Bowl the way they lost, and then how his career ended. Where do you have him ranked at in your mind as a quarterback? And then you have to ask yourself, if he had won that Super Bowl, but he didn't get MVP, where would you have him ranked at? Which one would you have? Which one would make you rank him higher?
That is a good question. That is a good question.
Let me ask you. Can I ask a question with a question right now?
Sure, because you was gonna do it anyway.
Hey, Mike Miller.
Where do we rank Allen Iverson
for his position?
No, just for his position
as a player. Okay, okay.
Good job, Britne.
Y'all cooking tonight.
Somewhere
okay.
around top 5, top 6.
If I can recall, as talented as Allen Iverson was, right, and he gave his whole heart every time he got on the court. He has 1 MVP, no rings. You know the first thing Allen Iverson says to this day? He would trade that MVP in like this, in a quick second to get a championship ring. We play the game for the trophy. We don't play the game to say I'm the best player on as in my position, and like with your team, you need a good team to even get you there. That's the thing. So it's just like that's why he would have never gotten the ring, because he has a selfish mentality. You can't have a selfish mentality in a team sport. Like it won't work.
Yeah, that's where I was going. That's where I was going. As much as dang Cam boy, Cam be putting.
He make it hard for you.
Make it hard for me, and I'm from Georgia. And he's from Georgia. Cam does not do that. Anyway, yeah, man. So he says a lot of things, and I think a lot of it is clickbaity stuff, but some of it, because of that weird handwriting he be doing on Instagram, I think some of it he believes. So I think
that. How long do you think that takes?
I don't even know how you do that. But I think that Cam is showing you who Cam is. Like Cam, self-preservation is important to Cam. That's why he didn't jump on that fumble in that Super Bowl where he had a chance to win a ring.
Go ahead, Zell, I'm sorry.
No, you good. I just feel like a ring solidifies you, because like Mel said, Mel made a great point. If you, where do we put Cam Newton if he won that MVP, then went on and won the Super Bowl?
That's right about where he at.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah. Nah, I got to give some credence to that bowl win.
You get a little bit more credit.
You get a little bit more credit.
Okay, so how much credit you give Eli for getting 2 of them, Corey?
None.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You don't give Eli nothing.
It's a 2-edged sword, because Trent Dilfer got a Super Bowl too, and I don't look at him any higher or lower.
Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson. I don't look at him any higher or lower.
Yep.
But the difference is neither one of those last 2 names would have been the cause of them winning the Super Bowl. If the Carolina Panthers won that Super Bowl, it would have been solely because of Cameron Newton.
Right. One.
Tyrese Hillman won New York, one of them Super Bowls, and the defense won them though.
Yeah, the defense won it every time. That defense was nasty, but that defense was getting sacks with 4 rushers.
Yeah, for that NASCAR package.
Bro, who they had? They had Strahan on the end. They had Tuck in the middle.
JPP.
They had Uzi,
Uzi Umenyiora and JPP.
Umenyiora and daggone JPP with that one hand. Well, he got one. He had two hands then though, but
he still had 10 digits.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a quick question.
Yeah.
How often when we have our debates do we say, oh my goodness, this person got 8 MVPs and they're in the top 5, top 2, top 3. They're an elite quarterback in the history throughout their career. We don't talk about that as much. We basically disregard the MVPs. We kind of look for I don't, but everybody talks about the rings. And then my second question, right? Kobe Bryant, Patrick Mahomes, do you think they gonna trade any of their Super Bowl rings to go get another MVP?
I do you one better. You
think well deserving. They probably should have earned more MVPs than what they currently have or had.
Britne, do you think Josh Allen would trade his MVP to be in the Super Bowl this week?
I think he would do it in a heartbeat.
Yep.
First
of all, think Josh Allen got a DEI MVP.
Yeah, absolutely, he does.
I disagree with that one, but I got you.
Sheesh. I'm clipping that right after the show.
That came from Jay. Jay texted me that before the show.
That is insane.
He wasn't deserving, man. He wasn't the most qualified. Okay.
Hey. Look at this. WEI. DEI.
Oh man, y'all so that goes stupid, man.
I mean, and listen, because you gotta take into account that right now in professional sports, and this has been this way for a while, that MVPs are narrative driven. It's not literally being the most valuable player. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was, it wouldn't be the same position every year in the NFL. And in the NBA, there's no world where Jordan only got 5 MVPs. Like, he was the most valuable player for a decade.
He's still the most valuable player for the NBA, really.
Right now, to this day, absolutely.
He's the most valuable player.
Them damn Jason Tatum's.
I do a Jordan video. It goes to the moon.
To the moon.
Them Jason Tatum's and them Lucas and them Zions, them shoes ugly as shit. That man 0 for 3 on Team Jordan.
Man, I feel bad. And Trae Young just joined Jordan Brand. I don't have any faith.
Oh, them shoes.
But them Jason Tatum's are the worst.
Hey, man, look, they up and coming, man. Give Jordan Brand a shot, man.
I actually think it's the athletes who actually sign off on them that like they just weird people, like cannabis beats, like they just like weird shit.
No. Those cannabis beats was Wyclef. Wyclef made them.
Yeah, but cannabis had to approve them.
You can't just do that.
Yeah. He had to listen to them shits when he started rapping.
Most of them songs he had freestyle on his mixtape, and they just threw him on some Rockcliffe beats.
Somebody said it right here. Hold on.
Jason Tatum shoes are horrible.
First line. I didn't even read the rest of it. Super Bowl winning quarterbacks are remembered. Point blank. Period.
There you go.
You don't remember Trent Dilfer.
I mean, I do, but not for.
Speaking of Super Bowl winning quarterback,
yeah, that's why I remember him, because he did win the Super Bowl, but I don't remember from nothing else.
That's the only reason that you do remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reason why, exactly.
But anybody
Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Anybody forgot Cam Newton?
Nobody forgot Cam Newton. His impact was it's different because yes,
in fact, more people probably know Cam Newton than Brad Johnson.
Facts.
No question.
They know Cam for everything he did, but you remember him for blowing that Super Bowl. He wouldn't dive on that ball. That's a memory etched in your brain.
So we act like, listen,
if you talking about
on that ball right now, if he dives on that ball, they still lose that game.
Yeah, they was getting rigged. That game was rigged. He knew it. By that time, he knew it. As soon as he threw that pass to Ted Ginn and he caught it across the middle, and it was like, oh, no catch. Yeah, he already knew. He knew what it was, man. Yep. He knew what it was. But when you say Cam name, we talking about football, we know we talking about Cam Newton. Mess around and start talking about football and say Trent. Who?
McDuffie, first thing came to my mind.
Trent Williams came to mind. Yep.
Yeah.
Nigga Trent Green from the
Trent Green. I remember Trent Green before I remember Trent Dilfer.
I just remember Dick Vermeil crying.
Yeah, Trent Different ain't even got no jobs. Like even Dan Oleski got a job. What Trent at? Anybody saying, man, we need Trent on
Hey,
ESPN,
man, get Trent on the
Get
broadcast,
Trent, man. Break down these X's and O's.
What is Dan Orlovsky known for?
Run out the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
So
he had a really good football mind, but not real good football talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those that can't do teach.
I guess
and those that can't teach Jim.
That probably would have been
No,
forgotten.
you know where that's from?
Yeah.
Some movie.
School
Cable
of Rock,
Guy.
yo.
School of Rock. Yeah, sure. Yeah.